Why put stuff on the outside of a burger when you can put stuff on the inside of a burger? But then why not put stuff back on the outside of the burger? Ground beef, 20% fat, American cheese, bacon, more bacon, stuff, butter and garlic, 999 island dressing, salt and pepper. This, as some of this is going inside the burger, we're going to make sure that we slice and dice this onion into small pieces. Onion is finely chopped because it's going in the meat. We're also going to finely chop our bacon, some of our bacon. This is also going inside the meat. There's the finely chopped bacon. We're also going to put the pickles inside. And when you do that, the flavor of the pickles permeates the meat and makes this one very tasty burger. So let's grab a couple of pickles here and chop them finely. Don't put a whole pickle in there. It won't really get hot enough and the meat will get dry and it won't work. If you chop them finely, this is gonna work just fine. Season the meat, little salt, and some freshly ground black pepper. In with the bacon, in with the onions. And a little tip when you're working with ground beef, don't overwork it. Otherwise the fat breaks down and it makes the burger tough to eat. So we're gonna just work this gently until it's pretty much incorporated and leave it alone. Now we just need to shape some patties and fill the center. Make a little, what am I making? I'm gonna make a little pocket in the middle, which is where we're gonna put our cheese and our crispy bacon and our pickles. I like American cheese in this recipe. You can put whatever cheese you want. The American cheese just seems to melt down just fine and it can be left pretty much whole. Don't have to dice this up. But what we do want to do is make sure it's just in the center, and you'll see why in a second. That's what we use this ring for, is just to go here and make a cut so that these are essentially round pieces of American cheese, which will fit just perfectly in the center. I've got two of them. I'm going to separate them, then put them back together, because I want it to be oozing cheese, not just a little cheesy. Those are going right in the middle. Now you can see it leaves a ring around there. That's where we're going to seal this. Hopefully the cheese won't run out when we're cooking these. That's the idea. And then we put our pickles on. There's a nice amount of pickle there. And I'm going to take some bacon that I cooked earlier and crumble some of this into the center also. The bacon that's in the meat, by the way, is not going to crisp when it cooks, but it is going to release some bacon juices and fat and flavor, and it just bursts when you eat this. It just bursts in your mouth in a good way. All we got to do now is put the top on and then seal this carefully to try to keep all of these ingredients safely in the center. So we'll put that on. We'll just kind of position it, push down on the edges, and then I'm going to try to pick up the entire thing here so I can see what's going on and do my best to make sure that we are nicely sealed there. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job, but these have tricked me before. You think you're sealed and then you cut into it and there's no cheese, and you look in the pan and there's the cheese hiding out. So there we go. Don't be alarmed if you see a little cheese oozing during the cooking process. That's normal. There's going to be openings, but you want the bulk of the cheese to stay in the middle. And we're going to cook this a little bit differently than normal because it's very important that burgers are cooked through. Some people do like the medium rare burgers. I don't know. you know, it's burger meat. It needs to come up to about 160 degrees to be safe. So the way to do that, I'll show you when we go over here to fry it up. Here we are, we've heated the cast iron skillet to medium high, and we're gonna put our burgers in. There's bacon fat in there from earlier when I made the bacon, the crispy bacon for the inside and outside of these burgers. So that is something I wanna fry these in. We'll just put these in the pan. Nice sizzle. And don't touch them. These have been about 3 minutes or so on the first side. Let's see if they're crisping up nicely. And we'll just flip them gently, remembering that we don't want leaking here. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty nice. Just turn this one over. Now, here's the thing. Often when we're cooking burgers, we want to push down on them and get them solid on the bottom, not on these. If you push down too hard, the cheese is going to come squirting out. Nicely browned on this side, browning on the other side. I'm going to cover them. I'll come back in and turn them at least one more time to even up the browning, but I really want to get the steaming of these burgers going as well. So there goes my universal lid. I think they're done. There's a little bit of cheese leaking from this one, very little from the other one. It looks like it was well sealed. I probably rushed that one, but that's for the dogs. So we'll pull them out. As with all meat, we're going to let these rest for about 10 minutes to make sure that the juices equalize. It'll still raise the temperature in the middle just to make sure everything's good. And then we'll build our burgers. While the burger is resting, I'm going to glamorize the buns. So let's just make this real simple garlic butter. A couple of cloves of garlic. This is salted butter, so I don't need to put any salt in here, but just mix it up with the garlic. And spread it on both sides of the bun. Going to plop these into a hot pan to crisp up. I'll be right back. We're almost there. The burger has rested. It looks good. I'm sure when we cut into it, it's going to be juicy and tasty. So let's get this built. Won't take long. Little bit of the dressing on the bottom and the top bun. Gotta have the crunchy lettuce. Burger. It's triple bacon. There's bacon in the meat, there's bacon in the middle, there's bacon on the top. And it's double cheese. You can put the cheese on while this is in the pan if you like it melted. I actually like the cheese to have a little bit of bite to it on the top because there's plenty of melted cheese inside. Do what you want. Top goes on. And if you're a clumsy chef, you will have forgotten the tomatoes. Right on the top. And it is now crowned. Let's just slice into this and see how we did. Taste it and be happy. I've been waiting for this. Let's see. Oh, oozing cheese, crispy bacon, all the trimmings, the inside out burger. Let's see. It's quite possibly one of the tastiest burgers that I've eaten. Everything just comes together so well. It all infuses the meat. You've got the onion, you've got the pickle, you've got the crispy bacon, the melted cheese. It is incredible. I hope you'll give it a try. You are always welcome right here in the kitchen. Come back and see us next time. And if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. We will see you next time.